because every single person needs to have more than one stream of income. Every single person needs to have more than two streams of income. Every single person needs to have more than three streams of income. Every single person should be looking to get as many streams of income as you possibly can. And I need you to understand that there are four types of income. Four types of income. The first income that you can get is from a job. In a job, you have to exchange time for money. You must exchange time for money. There is almost no way to become independently wealthy or independently financially free by only relying upon a job. However, I recommend that you get a job. Get as many jobs as you can that are legal, ethical, and in the proper order, especially during this season. So the first type of job is, the first type of income is from a job where you have to exchange time for money. At some point, you will reach the law of diminishing returns. I used to think I could work hard enough to make all the money that I would ever need. So I'd work 40 hours a week, then I'd work 50 hours a week, then I'd work 80 hours a week. Once you get past a certain point, the quality of your work decreases and your energy and your health decreases. So there's no way to eventually, there's no way to try to keep up with the amount of work that it's going to take for you to earn what it is that you need to earn if you are looking to become independent and financially free, okay? But that is a critical portion. One of the reasons why it's okay to get a job, especially a job that is paying you with a W-2, meaning you are an employee, is because hopefully you can also get some benefits, health, dental, medical, tuition reimbursement, whatever they're passing out, you want to get all of it, especially your 401k match. So if they are matching your first 10% or your first 5% or whatever, that is free money. We need all the money that is available to us that is legal and ethical and possible, including all free money. So that's the first kind of income that you can get from a job. The second kind of income is self-employment income. Now you own the job. You own the job. There are a lot of us out here who are self-made millionaires, and myself included, who say, I started my own business. I have my own business. Let me tell you, we work that business 24/7. We work that business morning, noon, and night, on vacation, off vacation, on the moon, under the ground, downtown and around town. We work that job all the time, okay? And in many cases, when you are self-employed and you are the one with the gift, you are the only one who knows how to do most things, okay? Because it's tied to your specific skill and tied to your specific talent. Now, if you've got an opportunity to be self-employed, everybody needs a home-based business, not just for the income, but also for the tax benefits, then yes, you also want to have a home-based business. But immediately, you must begin to scale that business. You must begin to scale that business, meaning when you start a business, you need to be thinking about someone other than you. When you start a business, you need to be thinking about who's going to replace you. When you start a business, you need to put systems in place from day one. So if you have to do something one time, you can do it 100 times without spending that amount of time to do it 100 times. So many times in many of my home-based businesses, I may have a task that may only take me 3 minutes, but I will stop and create a system if I realize that that is a task I'm going to have to repeat. And if it's a task that someone else has to do, I will stop and create a system so that task can be repeated hundreds, thousands, or millions of times without me being involved. That will lead you to the third kind of income. That comes from franchising. So the first type of job or the first type of income is when you have a job, you exchange time for money. When you have the second kind of income from self-employment, you are the job, okay? You can make a lot of money, but you are the job. In the third kind of income, you start to make money off of other people working. You make money from other people working. And that is when you have a business that is scalable. That is when you have a business that is franchisable. It's great if you make the best pies in the world, but it's not great if you're the only one who can make them and you can't create more pie stores. It's great if you do anything, consulting, teaching, whatever it is that you do, even braiding hair. I have now seen big hair braiding facilities where you can come in any time of the day or night. You don't need an appointment, and they've got hundreds and hundreds of braiders there at a time. That's what you call taking your self-employment job and turning it into a third type of income, which is a franchisable experience, a franchisable job where you can now make money off of other people working. Now, I can tell you, I have made hundreds of thousands of dollars, probably even millions, working for other people. I've done that. I've made hundreds of thousands and millions of dollars working for myself. I've done that. But I am telling you, I would rather make a percentage of that exchanging time, other people's time for money. I would rather make a percentage of that and then do that 100 times. Okay? So you want to start to think about what it's going to take for you to take your idea and scale it so it becomes franchisable. Now, you might be thinking, how am I going to make it franchisable? Don't worry about that. I'll teach you that later. I just need you to understand what the income streams are so you'll know where to put yourself. And then the last kind of income that everyone needs to have, it's called passive income. That's money that just keeps making itself while you sleep. That's money from investments. That could be money from your franchisable businesses. That could be money from your annuity or your pension, your 401k, your investments, things like that. That's passive income. I need you to understand that everyone needs to make income from as many of these types of income as possible. Job, self-employment, franchisable, working, exchanging. You get money for other people's time. You get money for other people's time. And then number 4, in the passive income, when you just get money because money just keeps making itself. Money will work harder for you than you can ever work for it. Let me repeat. Money will work harder for you than you can ever work for it. You just have to tell money what to do. And you have to control money. As long as money is controlling you, you will never be able to tell it what to do. As long as you are hiding from money, you will never be able to tell it what to do. As long as you are afraid of money, you will never be able to tell it what to do. As long as you are stressed out by money, you will never be able to tell it what to do. As long as money worries you, you will never be able to tell it what to do. You must be in control. And it has been set up for you to be in control. But if you do not inspect what you expect, what do I mean by that? You must inspect everything. You must inspect your bank account. You must inspect your spending. You must inspect your goals. You must inspect your plans. You must inspect your dreams. You must inspect all of it in order to get to the next level.